Pokedex entries today are cute, safe, and family-friendly. But early Pokemon games? Some entries were so terrifying that Game Freak quietly rewrote them, or erased them completely. Here's why the Pokedex used to be nightmare fuel. Early generations had almost no lore team. In Gen 1 and Gen 2, the Pokedex entries were written by one main writer, not a full narrative department. That writer was told to make the world feel mysterious, dangerous, unexplored, cryptid-like. So they leaned into urban legends, similar to Japanese ghost stories, kaiden, and folklore myths. The Pokedex was never meant to be true biology. Game Freak saw the Pokedex as an in-universe encyclopedia written by 10-year-olds, professors, and NPCs, which meant exaggerations, rumors, myths, unreliable narration. This is why some entries sound like campfire stories, not scientific facts. Pokemon was originally darker than people realize. Early Pokemon themes included death, ghosts, abductions, possession, spirit worlds. The series was created in the late 90s, when Japan had a trend of creepy urban legends sweeping TV and manga. Examples of dark entries that were later changed. 1. Hypno, Gen 1. Removed from later games. Original entry. It carries away children it has hypnotized and eats their dreams. NPCs in Fire Red and Leaf Green mention a missing child related to a Hypno. Modern games never reference child kidnapping again. Hypno's newer entries focus on hypnosis, sleep, dreams, not abduction. 2. Drifloon, Gen 4, entry modified in later games. Diamond Pearl entry. It tugs on children. If they let go, it will try to steal them away. Drifloon is literally a soul-eating ghost balloon. But in Legends, Arceus, the entry is softened. Mentions children are warned not to go near them. No more dragging to the underworld. 3. Yamask, Gen 5, retconned in Galar. Black-white entry. Each one carries a mask that used to be its face when it was human. One of the darkest concepts in the entire series. Galarian Yamask changes the lore. Mask is replaced with a cursed rune tablet. No human reincarnation. This was a deliberate attempt to avoid human souls, reincarnation, real-world religion. Themes 4. Phantump, ghost of a dead child. Original entry implies Phantump are spirits of children who died in forests. Sword, Shield drastically soften this. Focus on imitating children's voices. Removed implication of child death or thighs. Bonnet, doll, possessed by hatred. Gen 3 entry. A doll thrown away by a child came to life, seeking the child that disowned it. Later gens focus on it being a possessed doll, not revenge-driven. Localization differences that made things even darker. Japanese entries often sound more poetic or vague, but during localization, some English translators leaned into horror imagery. Examples. 1. Kadabra. Japan version. References psychic powers manifesting suddenly. English version mentions a boy transforming into Kadabra. Dark, creepy, and never repeated. 2. Miss Magus, Japan version, talks about chanting spells. English version chants incantations that cause both happiness and deep suffering. 3. Litwick, Japan. Absorbs life energy from people. English. Leads them to the ghost world by burning their life force. Localization often amplified the creepiness. Why the Pokemon Company softened lore. Around Gen 7-1, Pokemon became a global children's brand. By Gen 7, Sun Moon, the franchise became more mainstream, family-focused, merch-driven. Extremely dark lore clashes with plushies, anime tone, toy sales too. The average player. Age was getting younger. Early games were targeted at teens. Modern Pokemon aims at kids as young as 5 to 7. 3. The company wants the world to feel safe and fun. Kids exploring a scary world equals not good for marketing. Removing references to death, kidnapping, human souls, suffering, keeps everything PG-4. The anime-influenced tone. The anime portrays Pokemon as friendly, loyal, cute. Dark Pokedex lore contradicts the anime image, so entries became more harmonized. If you think these entries were bad, Episode 2 goes even deeper. I'm breaking down the Pokemon designed after real-world deadly animals and how their inspirations reveal a darker side to Pokemon ecology. Subscribe so you don't miss it, because the next episode gets wild.